today on Divorce Court.
I'm here to see the judge because of the trust issues I have with Liliainy.
I've had a bunch of issues with my girlfriend lately. It's to the point where I just want to break up with her.
I'd like the judge to tell Liliainy that she needs to grow up. She needs to start taking responsibilities for her actions, and she needs to stop involving her family in our personal life.
I mean, if there's no trust whatsoever, there's no reason for us to be together.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Cecilia Perez and Liliainy Galacio.
Yes.
The two of you have been together for 4.5 years. Between the two of you, you've had 5 children from other relationships. Ms. Perez, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me why you're here in Divorce Court today?
I'm here because Liliainy and our relationship is at a point where it's really, really bad, and I'm trying to see if we can save it, if we can get married because of her infidelities.
Okay, well, there you go. I was going to say, what's your primary concern? Infidelity, that's right up there. Has she been unfaithful to you?
Absolutely, yes, more than once.
More than once. How often?
Well, it started about a month and a half after our relationship started, but it's been about 5 or 6 times since.
Ms. Galacio, is that accurate?
I mean, as what she considers cheating.
What does she consider cheating?
I mean, some of those were like texts to my ex-girlfriend, but it was just on the friend level.
So when you say cheating, do you mean inappropriate touching or any kind of communication with another woman?
Well, I didn't kiss anybody and I didn't have sex with anyone.
Is that true?
That I know of. She disappeared a couple of times. We weren't together overnight a couple of times, but I know.
But you have no indication, no proof whatever, that she's actually had an inappropriate, intimate contact with another person.
I did once, the first time.
Tell me about that one.
Well, we were at a party, a house party, and my friend invited us, and there was a little bit of drinking going on, but I noticed at first, you know, they were in there, two people talking. It was her and my friend, and I noticed they were a little close. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm over here talking to some other friends, mm-hmm. but in the corner of my eye, I'm looking, and I see my friend give her a peck on her cheek. I didn't think anything of it, but then, like 15 minutes later, I see her giving her another peck. I'm like, once is okay, 2 it's you know, I'm getting kind of mad. So then, maybe about an hour later, there was a little altercation between Liliainy and her mom, and my friend goes up to her, and I'm over here trying to console her mom. Well, in the corner of my eye, I'm still keeping my eye on them. How about I see my friend going up to her, Liliainy puckers up her lips, and they kiss. That's whenever I lost it.
Ms. Galacio, did that occur?
It wasn't exactly like that. To me, I mean, I'm Hispanic. Us Hispanics, we have a tendency of giving each other a kiss on the cheek, a kiss on the lips, and we don't see it wrong. I got really upset at my mom because she left me with my brothers. She was supposed to go for like 10 minutes, and she came back like 2 hours later and left me as a babysitter. So I got mad at my mom, flipped out on her and her friend. Her friend, to calm me down, she did. She grabbed my face, she's like, calm down, I'm sorry. You know, just, your mom wasn't doing anything wrong, we're back.
I got the picture that reflects what I saw in my paperwork. And I want to talk about, there hasn't been any flagrant fouls on her part. Just hasn't been. You are considerably older than her, correct?
Yes,
You
19.
are?
I'm 43.
And you are?
24.
24. Do you believe that has caused any issues with respect to the two of you? Ms. Galacio, I will start with you.
In some ways, she tells me I need to mature more. I need to act like an adult. I'm a grown adult already, which, yes, I am a grown adult. I should act like one. But obviously, between the age difference, she is going to be way more mature and see things differently than I do. There's a bunch of stuff that I don't see wrong, and I don't see why she says no to them. And
Give me an example of something she says no to, but you should be able to do as a young person.
I can't go out by myself with my friends. I'm not even allowed to have friends because if I have friends...
If you knew the friends she had...
if there are any girlfriends, she thinks I'm having sex with them, or they're exes from the past, or something that went down between us, or is gonna go down. If I have any guy friends, she just thinks they're there to, you know, take me with other women. Or if I want to talk to somebody as a friend, oh, you're getting too close to them. How come you're talking to her but not me? That I have reasons for that.
Ms. Perez, do you not allow her to go out with her friends without your accompaniment?
If you knew the friends she had, nobody would want her with those friends. They were all drug addicts. They're all convicted felons. They're all, I mean.
She doesn't have one good friend you would allow her to go out with.
Yeah, she has a couple of guy friends.
That you allow her to go out with?
Allow her? No, because the last time that she got with one of our guy friends, you know, they're like talking about women and, you know, everything they shouldn't be talking about.
I wasn't talking about women. Maybe he
she was. Agreeing.
I was just
agreeing.
listening.
She agrees with everything. She.
So you don't want her to see the nice friends because they may have a conversation that involves something intimate or something with sex. You can't have that.
Not exactly
even
like
with
that.
my own family. I can't.
Do you have limitations on who she can see in her own family?
No, because she's going to see her family. And her mom, I don't like her.
Yes, she does.
Okay, I will say this. I will not allow her to go out with her mom alone.
Or my cousin.
Who did it, Ms. Braz? Who hurt you?
She did.
No. Before her.
Well,
Somebody must have done you dirty.
No.
Something must have happened.
Yeah.
This is not normal behavior. Tell me what it was.
I've been cheated on, on my past relationships, but, I got over it, obviously. But, it's just, I give trust.
Obviously not.
I trusted her. When we first met, our relationship was wonderful. But as soon as she cheated on me...
And you're talking about that kiss at the party when they're mad. You're talking about that as the cheat.
At the beginning, no.
Well, when did she cheat on you?
Well, the first time I found out was because she wasn't answering her phone. And I kept calling and calling. Oh, I'm talking to my grandma. And I'm like, okay, I believed her. So whenever she came home, I checked her phone. Not one phone call from her grandma. And I'm like, where's your grandma's phone number? Oh, it's somewhere there. And I looked through, I must have gone through 100 phone calls. But then I looked at the timestamps. There was missing timestamps.
But did you see anything? Were you cheating?
She was talking to her ex.
Honestly, I did tell her because I wanted her to trust me.
She got caught.
Yeah, I mean, just like she said, I kind of got caught. But I could have lied and kept saying no. There was no messages or proof of anything. But I didn't want to do that because it would just worsen our relationship.
I understand exactly what happened.
Basically, she won't kiss me. She won't talk to me, give me the silent treatment. She won't cook for me. I'm practically her slave now.
Do you withhold all sense of bonding and affection and two-ness when she doesn't do what you want her to do? Ms. Galacio, why don't you tell me why you feel that Ms. Perez treats you as her sixth child?
I feel that she treats me like her sixth child because basically, she watches how I drink. She tells me she doesn't want to be with a drunk. I'm not a drunk or an alcoholic, but I do like to drink. If I go to work all day and come back home and drink me a beer or two before I go to sleep, there is nothing wrong with that. Now, if I'm leaving you at home and I'm hanging out with my friends and with girls at a bar, coming back at 4, 5, 6 in the morning, then you have something to...
Now, is it 1 or 2 beers or is it a 6-pack?
Thank you.
Sometimes a 6-pack.
Or a liquor bottle.
Now, do you see a problem with that? Because I see a problem with that.
It can be a 6-pack sometimes, but most of the time it's like 2, 3 beers after work. And she put a stop to it. I did stop. Mm-hmm. But, on the weekends...
No. It's like, it's all the time. If we get in an argument, I need a drink. If we get in a fight, I need a drink. If something happens at work, I need a drink.
If somebody else was with you, they'd need a drink too, being with you.
I was cold, but it was on point. It was on point, Ms. Galacio. What does she do when she finds that you have behaved in a manner she believes inappropriate? Do you get punishments like kids?
Basically, she won't kiss me. She won't talk to me, give me the silent treatment. She won't shower with me. She won't want to have sex with me. She won't cook for me. I mean, I'm practically her slave now.
Withhold all sense of bonding and affection and two-ness when she doesn't do what you want her to do?
90% of the time. I mean, but it's not what I want her to do. It's what I'd like her to do in respect for me.
What wanting to do and liking to do? If you're punishing her for doing what you don't like her to do, don't you think that's a little controlling?
I don't think it's controlling. I don't think it's controlling at all.
What do you think it is?
I think it's trying to keep her straight, trying to keep, because I mean, the last time I let
really
her
nothing
just
straight about
be
me,
who she was.
obviously.
She made out with my friend.
Well, tell me about that.
We were at a bar. We were drinking, and then the coworker goes, "Oh well, I don't want to ride alone." Okay, without speaking to me about it, she's like, "Oh, okay, Cecilia, you're gonna go with our other friend, a male that has been repeatedly trying to mess with me." She says, "You go with him. I'm gonna go with the coworker." And I'm like,
I asked you about it, and you were fine with it.
She put me on the spot in front of them.
You could have
Are
said
you okay
no.
with it? I'm not gonna be the bad person.
That is such a minor thing. I don't understand the extent of your distress.
That's not it, though. That's not the point. Okay, that wasn't the point. The finale, though.
Well, give me the finale.
The thing is, okay, so she goes with the coworker. I go with my friend. They disappear. 40 minutes. The bar's down the street.
You were drunk thinking it was 40 minutes.
No, I get to the bar. I get to the bar. She's not there. So then, okay, so finally, we're there. And then, okay, everybody has a couple of drinks. All of a sudden, they take off again, alone. And supposedly we were gonna go to the house. They never showed up at the house. I'm there at the house waiting.
You know
okay, I got
why
you,
I
Ms.
took
Perez.
off.
I got you. I got it.
She totaled my first car, and I'm getting sued by 2 people. My insurance skyrocketed, and I have to take care of all the bills by myself.
You weren't drinking and driving, were you, Ms. Galacio? Ms. Galacio, why don't you tell me about the car and your driver's license?
She expects me to pay her bills on the car when she always says it's my car. If I want to put some music on, don't touch my radio, it's my car. I want to hear this. Okay, it's your car.
Ask her what she did to my other first car.
I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in, she wants you to help her pay on the car,
Pay
but
the
you're
car,
not allowed
but
the
it's
car.
her car.
Okay. Why do you believe she needs to help you pay the note on your car?
Okay, well, first of all, because it takes her to work. It takes her
That's what I give you gas money for.
How often do you give me gas money?
Whenever I have money.
Okay, but it takes her to do everything that needs to be done in a daily life. And I would appreciate if she helps me pay at least half the car payment and half the insurance. And that brings me to the case where she totaled my first car, and I'm getting sued by 2 people. My insurance skyrocketed, and I have to take care of all the bills by myself.
You weren't drinking and driving, were you, Ms. Galacio?
No, I wasn't the driver.
I'm a little concerned. Okay. Oh, so you let somebody else drive her car?
She was driving.
And
Well, how did she wreck the car?
she got a hold of the wheel and went head on into 2 cars.
Why did you do that?
First off, I got mad at her because she was drinking and driving. She was like very, very drunk. I asked her to let me drive because I was more sober. Although I don't have a license, but I did ask her to let me drive.
Because you were less drunk.
She would not. She was too drunk. I wasn't. Well, she wouldn't let me. She started arguing with me, fighting me, punching her window for me to get out the driver's side. I said, you know what? You want to drive? Go ahead. You're drunk. If they stop us, you're going to jail. That's you.
She didn't even let it get to that point, though. She got mad when I said, I'm done. It's over between us.
You're breaking up with me and telling me that you're going to go drop me off in West Palm Beach with my ex-girlfriend and I can go with all this other stuff you were saying.
All right, I got you. I got a really, 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 really clear picture of this. Some of the issues are floating in a bottle somewhere. I think there's too much drinking going on.
Yeah,
I don't think that.
I agree.
I think that alcohol-infused conversations never go well. And you drink and drive regularly, and you need to stop. because you absolutely do not have the right to endanger the rest of society by so doing. You understand what I'm telling you? I looked at your compatibility test because I had him fill it out because I was concerned by what I saw. What don't you like about her? You said psychotic trust issues. She's disrespectful and treats me like crap. She's extremely rude and judgmental. She's always expects me to do everything for her. She keeps up bringing up my past or personal things I have told her in confidence and using it against her. I want to talk to you about why you're with her. Something has happened to Ms. Perez. She has had a difficult relationship in the past. Am I right or wrong? You don't have to say what it was, but do you know about it?
Yes.
And it was an extended relationship, correct?
Yes.
Let me tell you something, Ms. Galacio. She's got issues. There's something wrong with what's going on over there. I wrote a book about making marriage work. And one of it has red flags and warning signs. That's signs of people who are abusive in nature. Not necessarily hitting anybody, but controlling people, isolating them, not allowing them to see their family, not allowed to talk to anybody. Everything you do and anything you do, no matter how you do it, I mean, everything she's doing is putting you in a box that is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I don't care how small that box is, it'll never satisfy her because she's got an issue. If I were 24,
Oh my God.
if I were 24 years old, I would walk away because things like this just don't get better.
It has nothing to do with my
Stop it, Ms. Brady. Well, I don't care if it has anything to do with your past relation. Maybe you just got a loose screw somewhere. Maybe you got a little tick.
Who wouldn't after her cheating so many times?
It wasn't only me, though.
cheating. What I'm trying to
I've
tell
never
you,
cheated
Ms.
on you.
Perez, don't say another word. You've got an issue. You got a problem. You don't want to see it. You don't want to understand it. You don't want to look at it. You're horrified by the prospect that she's going to do something that will hurt you, and she's never given you any reason to believe that she would. In your alcohol-induced state, you might have seen some things that caused you pause, but the things that you've told me here are not rational. They're not rational, and they're not right. And the thing is, she's never going to believe me. So I need you to believe me. I need you to stand up for yourself. I need you to decide that you have the right to go where you want to. I need you to decide that you can talk to your mother or anybody in your family without your spouse's permission.
As long as we're together,
I need you to decide where you can go, when you can go, and how you can go. I need you to decide your life and not her. Roll. I'm telling you, roll. This matter is adjourned.
The judge said that she should leave me. I don't think it's going to happen. We just got to find a way to agree on things, and hopefully it'll work out.
I think I can make some of the changes, well, most of them. I mean, it's true. I should be able to have some freedom in this relationship. I think it'll work. I just have to get her on basically trusting me a little bit. And if she doesn't, I am gonna have to leave this relationship. I am.